Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler here, filming from East Abalone Street, the OBX Wave Report. Looking eastward over a choppy North Atlantic Ocean as some fresh 15-mile-per-hour breezes blow right into our face here at the beachfront. We do have some sunlight streaming down, choppy 1 to 2 foot waves. Temperature is around 80 degrees, humidity holding between 70 and 80%. A few surfers out today trying to carve some waves out of those choppy swells rolling in, and some beachgoers still enjoying the beach here along with those fresh breezes. And across the Outer Banks today we do have those easterly winds coming in. North Atlantic Ocean is looking a bit stormier, and the near coastal environment is also looking a little bit stormier. This is a normal situation as we get into late July and early August. We expect the Atlantic Ocean to continue to liven up as we get into August and then into September. Alright, so let's get down to the local observation for waves today across the Outer Banks, as well as some discussion of the ocean climate system and the tropics particularly, as well as general weather observations here in the Outer Banks. Alright, right now at Nag's Head, waves are in the range of about 1 to 2 with the occasional 3-foot wave coming in on the sets. We've got a primary swell coming in out of the east-southeast with around 2.5 feet. That has an 11-second swell. Winds out of the east about 14 miles per hour, pretty stiff breeze coming in off the ocean front right now. Air temperatures in the range of about 80 degrees. Ocean water temperatures also 80 with those easterly winds blowing the Gulf Stream in toward shore. Further south down in Rodanthe, we've got 1 foot plus waves and choppy conditions with the primary swell coming in out of the southeast at 1.3 feet. That is an 11-second swell. Winds out of the east-northeast at Rodanthe at 15 miles per hour. Air temperatures also in the range of about 80 degrees. Ocean water temperatures a bit warmer, a touch warmer down there at 82. And then down at Buxton right now we've got 2 foot plus waves with choppy conditions. Primary swell out of the southeast at 1.6 feet. That's an 11-second swell. Winds out of the east-northeast at 11 miles per hour. Air temperatures about 80 degrees Fahrenheit there at Buxton as well. Ocean water temperatures 82 degrees. Alright, and across the Outer Banks today, weather conditions expected to be partly cloudy with some sun streaming down. I felt a couple sprinkles a second ago, but those appear to have disappeared. Highs around 80 degrees across the Outer Banks. We're about there now. 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm later in the afternoon. Humidity ranging between 70 and 80%. And winds out of the east and northeast varying from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Also looking at the tropics, getting the data from the National Hurricane Center. We do have Don far offshore off Newfoundland right now. Don has gone extratropical with maximum sustained winds in the range of about 45 miles per hour. And Don is expected to continue moving out into colder waters. Likely we will have heard the last of Don in a few days, or at least by the end of this week. We do also have 2 disturbances in the tropical Atlantic with the potential for developing into a tropical cyclone. The first disturbance is east of the Caribbean and the Windward Islands, and that system shows a 20% chance of development over the next 7 days. Chances of development for this system, according to the National Hurricane Center, have been tapering off, but nonetheless it is a large area of disorganized clouds that bears watching. And we also have another disturbance. This is a new disturbance in the southwest Atlantic just east of the Bahamas, which also now has a 20% chance of formation into a tropical cyclone, according to the National Hurricane Center, another area of interest that bears watching. Also, it is worth noting that some of the longer-term weather models have shown a tendency for coastal storm formation, coastal low pressure system formation over the coming week, particularly focusing in on the weekend and possibly early next week. If that does happen, we do expect a bit of a gale, possibly to kick up along parts of the Outer Banks, and wind and waves to also increase in size. Of course, we can take these predictions with a grain of salt at this time because the weather models are so far out into the future. All right, so thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX wave report. I do ask you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. We have had a few bugs over on the YouTubes, which is very unfortunate because these bugs have prevented me from posting for the last couple of days, but I did manage to finally get the posts up, so we are good to go with the posts over the last few days, and I'll be more alert to dealing with possible technical problems while posting on YouTube. And also, as I tend to do at the end of the OBX wave report, I'd like to ask you guys to please do everything you can to help protect our coastlines from the impacts of climate change driven by fossil fuel burning. Those impacts being rising sea levels, more intense storms driven by more atmospheric moisture and more heat at the land and ocean surface, generating that convection, and also a nasty impact to ocean health due to warming waters and ocean acidification. So, and the primary responses being the mass deployment of clean energy being wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles at this time, and hopefully we'll get some new clean energy technologies that will help us defend our coastlines, reduce the impacts of climate change as time goes by. But those are the presently available and readily available mass deployable forms of clean energy. All right, so thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX wave report once again, and I hope to see you guys out in the water. I'm going to get in the water myself shortly.